For the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
2nd and 4. They go play action now. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7, Bengals 0. Logan York to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. And the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On play action, Lawrence. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Burrow from his own end zone. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well. Protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They go play action with Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, this from 37. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. I got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Williams to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now it's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
I can't believe you let you play.
They'll look to throw here. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
50 seconds to mine. Let's set a tone. Use your focus. Hey, echo. Look at me. Zipper.
They'll run on first down. Robinson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the run for no, here's 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves them with 3rd and 1. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Rosas' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throw left side complete to Chase. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
11. Ready? Stop.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 11 empty.
Check 24, check 24. Mike 35. I'm coming. 35's the mic.
To the air again, Burrow. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Don't get nervous. 35's the mic. I'm here all day.
11.
Mike 35. Danny.
will throw. Oh, great grab by Chase. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Mixon with a first down carry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
On the double. Hey, box truck, box truck. Go.
116.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Jaguars.
Go set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Wahoo!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. But to throw again is Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think.
so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They run. Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get into ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Lawrence out to his left. That's caught by Hollister. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
11 Thomas. 12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike,
11, 11, 11.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
11, 11, 11.
35 tonight.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
35.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10.
Right. 4 down. Mike 35. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
35's the Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
That's another Bengals first down.
On first down, Mixon. A giant hole up the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
First and goal on the 6-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Mixon trying to punch it in. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Throwing, Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And it's third down.
On third down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First down, Jaguars.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold? You kick
Take it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real Rap a Lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me.